Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, "What happened to me?" You're not alone. Aging often sneaks up on us, and suddenly you're not feeling like the person you once were. You might notice that your energy fades, your strength slips, and even your intimacy, something once so natural, becomes just a quiet memory locked away. But here's the shocker. There may be a simple and surprising solution that you can find right in your kitchen. What if I told you that a common household powder, baking soda, taken the right way, could actually help unclog your veins, improve circulation, and help you feel more alive than you have in years? What if this simple, safe ingredient could reignite the vitality you thought was gone for good? Who am I? I'm Dr. James, and I've spent over 30 years helping men over 60 reclaim their health, their energy, and their confidence, naturally, safely, and without the need for risky medications. And what I'm about to share with you might just challenge everything you think you know about aging. The paradox of aging. Here's the paradox. The very thing we often use to calm our stomachs, baking soda, could actually be the key to improving your circulation and helping you feel like a stronger, more connected version of yourself. Yes, you heard that right. In just a few moments, I'll walk you through exactly how to use baking soda to support your body from the inside out. This simple habit could change how you feel in ways you never imagined. Stay with me. You'll want to hear this. Before we dive in, if you haven't already, subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss any of my future tips, designed specifically to help you feel stronger, healthier, and more confident at any age. The truth about aging. As we age, many men start to experience a slow decline in energy, vitality, and connection. It's not just that we get older. Something shifts inside our bodies. It starts subtly. You might notice that simple activities become harder to do. Maybe you get tired after a short walk. Your hands and feet feel colder than they used to. Intimacy begins to feel distant, and slowly, what was once effortless becomes a struggle. But it's not just about getting older, it's about circulation. Why circulation slows down after 60. When I was first starting out, a patient looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore." He wasn't talking about his strength or muscles. He was talking about connection, about waking up with energy, feeling alive, feeling needed. And let me tell you, his story wasn't unique. As men age, their circulation gradually slows down year after year, until one day they realize they just don't feel like themselves anymore. The culprit? Nitric oxide. As we get older, our bodies produce less nitric oxide, which helps relax and expand blood vessels. Without enough nitric oxide, blood has a harder time moving freely through your arteries, leading to sluggish circulation. This affects everything: your brain, your muscles, and yes, the parts of you that help you feel like yourself again. Poor circulation affects more than just performance. It's not just in your head, it's in your blood. Poor circulation affects how you think, how you sleep, and even how you feel about yourself. Over time, reduced blood flow leads to inflammation, fatigue, brain fog, and a fading sense of connection. Many men experience a part of themselves slipping away, not because of age, but because of this one quiet biological change. But here's what I tell every man who walks into my office. Just because something slows down doesn't mean it's gone for good. Blood flow can be supported. Your body can come back, gently, naturally, and without another prescription bottle on your nightstand. The hidden power of baking soda. What if I told you that there's something in your kitchen right now that could help restore your energy and circulation? Something simple, safe, and affordable that could support your blood flow and even reignite your vitality? The answer is surprisingly simple: baking soda. When I first came across the research on baking soda, I'll admit, I was a bit skeptical. After all, I always thought of it as something to absorb odors or settle an upset stomach. But the more I delved into the studies, the more I realized this humble white powder had much more potential than anyone was giving it credit for. You see, as we age, the body's ability to regulate pH, the balance between acidity and alkalinity, begins to weaken. This creates an acidic environment in the body, especially if we eat too many processed foods, don't drink enough water, or live under chronic stress. This acidic environment tightens blood vessels, making it harder for blood to flow freely, resulting in low energy, poor circulation, and strained intimacy. The cyanide behind baking soda. Here's where baking soda comes in. When taken properly in the right amount, baking soda acts as a natural alkalizer, helping to restore balance to your body. By restoring this balance, something remarkable happens. Your blood vessels start to relax. Nitric oxide production improves, and inflammation eases. This allows blood to flow more freely again. This isn't magic, it's simple physiology. You're giving your body what it needs to do, what it was always meant to do. And as circulation improves, the benefits ripple through every part of your body. Men I've worked with often report feeling more awake, more grounded, and yes, more connected to their partners. How to use baking soda for maximum benefit. Now that we understand why baking soda works, let's talk about the right way to use it. Too much of anything can be harmful, and baking soda is no exception. Here's the safe, effective method that I recommend to my patients. Start with a small dose. Use just 1/4 teaspoon of pure food-grade baking soda. Mix it with room temperature water, about 8 Oz. Drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach before breakfast or coffee. This is when your body is naturally more acidic after a night of fasting, making it the most effective time. Do this 3 to 4 times per week, not every day. This helps gently support your system without overwhelming it. If you want to enhance the effects, you can add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of natural salt. But even without these additions, the benefits will be noticeable. What men are experiencing. One of the most rewarding parts of my work is hearing from men who thought their best days were behind them, only to realize they had more life left in them than they ever imagined. These aren't miraculous overnight transformations. They're the stories of real men, just like you, who made a small change and finally began to feel like themselves again. I remember one man in particular, Charles, a 71-year-old former high school coach. He had a strong handshake, sharp mind, and kind eyes, but you could see the tiredness in his face. When we sat down together, he said, "Doc, it's not just about sex. It's about feeling like I'm still me. Still someone my wife looks at the way she used to." That stayed with me. Charles wasn't asking for miracles. He just wanted to feel connected again, to show up fully in his life. A few weeks into his baking soda routine, he called me just to say thank you. He said it wasn't about running marathons, but something had changed. His mornings felt clearer, his energy returned faster after his daily walks, and most importantly, his connection with his wife felt warm again. Not rushed, not pressured, just present. This isn't just about physical health. It's about emotional well-being. When your blood flow improves, everything in your life improves. You feel stronger, sharper, and more alive. The spark that so many men fear they've lost begins to return. And Charles isn't the only one. Over the years, I've heard similar stories from men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. They tell me they feel sharper during the day, have fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, and experience a quiet confidence returning to their relationships. Nearly every man I speak with says the same thing. I wish I'd known this sooner. Common mistakes to avoid. While baking soda can be incredibly effective, there are a few key mistakes that can derail progress or even harm your body. I've seen it happen, and I want to make sure you avoid these missteps so you can achieve real change. Thinking more is better. A common mistake is thinking that more baking soda will work faster. I've had men tell me, if a 1/4 teaspoon helped, maybe a whole teaspoon will work even better. This is not the case. Too much baking soda can overwhelm your system with sodium, irritate your stomach, and raise blood pressure. It's not about forcing change. It's about supporting your body gently. Less is more. Taking it every day. Another mistake is taking baking soda every day without breaks. Your body needs rest cycles, even from the good stuff. Consistency is key, but pushing it daily can backfire. Aim to use baking soda 3 to 4 times a week, giving your body time to adjust and respond. Think of it as tuning the engine, rather than over-revving it. Using low-quality baking soda. Not all baking soda is created equal. Some products have fillers or aluminum added, which can negate the benefits. Always choose pure, food-grade baking soda to ensure you're getting the best quality. Chatu. Skipping the water. I've heard of a few brave souls who try to take baking soda dry. Let me tell you, it doesn't go well. Baking soda needs to be dissolved in water for proper absorption and to avoid discomfort. So always mix it in water. Not talking to your doctor. Lastly, don't skip the conversation with your doctor. If you have high blood pressure, kidney issues, or are on a restricted sodium diet, it's important to discuss any natural remedies you plan to incorporate into your routine. Even natural solutions deserve the same respect as medication, and your health history should always be considered. Your safety comes first. I'm sharing this not to scare you, but to empower you. When you avoid these mistakes, you give your body the best chance to respond fully. You allow real change to take root, and you set yourself up for success. What to do next? If you've made it this far, you're clearly ready. You're not just curious, you're ready to do something for yourself. And the good news is, you don't need to completely overhaul your life to see the difference. One small change, done consistently, can lead to significant improvement. Here's what I recommend. Tomorrow morning, before breakfast, and before the world starts rushing in, take 1/4 teaspoon of pure food-grade baking soda and stir it into an 8 oz glass of room-temperature water. Drink it slowly, not rushed, not distracted, just you, calmly starting your day. Do this 3 to 4 times a week, not every day. The goal is to support your body gently, not to overwhelm it. Don't expect immediate fireworks. This isn't a magic trick. But after a few days, you may start noticing small shifts. Waking up with a little more clarity, walking with a little more ease, and feeling more grounded in your thoughts and relationships. It's not just about performance. It's about feeling like the best version of yourself again, being present in your life with the people you love. Why rest is essential. For circulation. Another common mistake is not allowing your body time to rest and recover. We often push ourselves, thinking more effort or more consistency will yield quicker results. However, true healing happens when we allow our bodies time to repair and replenish. When you're incorporating a natural remedy like baking soda, your body needs time to adjust, and resting in between doses helps prevent any overwhelming effects. It's not about constant action. It's about supporting your body in a sustainable way. Supporting your body. Holistically. Baking soda is a great tool for enhancing circulation, but it's not a one-stop solution. To see the best results, it's important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Eating a balanced diet, staying hydrated, getting regular exercise, and prioritizing sleep are all crucial components of a holistic approach to better health. Think of baking soda as a key ingredient in a much bigger recipe. When you take care of your body in multiple ways, the positive effects multiply. Patience is key too. Many people expect instant results. We live in an age of instant gratification, but real, lasting change takes time. When you first start using baking soda, don't expect an overnight miracle. Your body is adjusting, and that takes time. Be patient with the process. After a few weeks, you'll start to notice the subtle but significant improvements. Trust the journey and let time work in your favor. The results will come. The emotional aspect of vitality. Physical health is intertwined with emotional well-being. When you focus solely on physical improvements but neglect your mental health, you might not get the results you expect. Mental clarity, self-confidence, and emotional balance are equally important in maintaining vitality. Stress, anxiety, and emotional weight can create a significant barrier to circulation and overall health. It's important to nurture your emotional health as part of your journey back to vitality. Documenting changes for long-term success. Many people neglect to track their progress when starting a new health routine. Whether it's noting changes in energy, mood, sleep patterns, or intimacy, keeping track of these shifts is crucial. This will allow you to see the improvements over time and adjust as necessary. Tracking your progress provides valuable insights into what's working and what needs tweaking. Hydration is key for blood flow. Your body's ability to circulate blood effectively is closely tied to your hydration levels. When you drink enough water, your blood becomes less viscous and more able to flow smoothly through your veins. While baking soda can support circulation, it works best when your body is properly hydrated. So don't forget to drink plenty of water throughout the day to maximize the benefits of baking soda. Always consult your doctor. Lastly, never skip consulting your doctor before beginning any new health regimen, especially if you have underlying health conditions. It's important to ensure that adding something like baking soda will not interfere with any medication or condition you may have. Your healthcare provider will offer guidance tailored to your individual health needs. 7. Final message. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something important. If you take away just one thing from everything we've discussed, let it be this: you are not past your prime. You are not too old, too late, or too far gone. The decline you felt creeping in isn't permanent. It's not a sign that your best days are behind you. It's a signal that your body is asking for support, not surrender. We've talked about how circulation fades as we age, how nitric oxide production slows down, and how these changes affect everything from energy to clarity to connection. We've explored how a simple, familiar ingredient, baking soda, can help rebalance your system, support your blood vessels, and restore something that many men fear they've lost for good. I've spent over 30 years sitting across from men who just wanted to feel like themselves again. And I can tell you this with certainty: age is not your enemy. Disconnection is. The moment you start caring for your body with intention, even in small ways, you begin to change your story. So if your mornings have been slow, if your confidence has slipped, if you've been quietly wondering if this is how it ends, know this: it doesn't have to. You now have a starting point. One small glass of baking soda mixed with water a few mornings a week, and a mindset that says, "I'm not done. I'm choosing to take care of myself again." That's how it begins. Not with another prescription, not with another promise in a bottle, but with one quiet choice made in your kitchen. And from there, the changes can ripple outward in ways you never expected. If this message meant something to you, if it gave you clarity, hope, or even just a moment to breathe differently about your health, I'd be truly grateful if you'd take a second to show your support. Just click the like button so I know this is reaching the people who need it. Share this video with a friend, a brother, or a neighbor who might be struggling with energy, confidence, or connection. We don't talk about these things enough, and a simple video could be the nudge they've been waiting for. I'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Tell me what stood out to you most, or where you are in your journey. Whether you're just starting to take your health seriously again, or you've been trying everything with little progress, your story matters. This is how we grow together. One choice, one conversation, one day at a time. Thank you for spending This time with me. You're not alone, and you're not done. Not by a long shot.